So, you could do, dude, if you and you want to do honestly, I'm not, and hope I don't sound mean when I say this, but you want to do things that's going to leapfrog you over some of
Yeah.
these folks, some of these artists who don't, they're not really interested in doing that, or they just may not know.
Yeah.
Any hacks you can use to put you in the forefront to draw attention to you, so you
Yeah.
can funnel people into your ecosystem as
Yeah.
quick as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so strategizing how to do that,
That's what I'm
like
curious about, because that's definitely what I want to do.
check this out. Check this out.
Uh-oh.
If you ever hear that, terminology, the value ladder.
No.
Value ladder is I need this one. The value ladder is like pretty much just a business plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it because I was never good at business plans, but when I learned this concept, man,
Yeah.
can you see my screen?
Yep, I can see it. It's a little bit dark.
It's clear. A little bit dark. Let me see if I can put some more light over here. Now, like, this is my value ladder. So this is, it's pretty much a business plan. And I like this because I was never good at business plans, and this one's just simple. I like simple.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, this is my it's like different steps that your customers will take.
Yeah.
And each step brings you to a higher ticket product.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much how you get your people into your point of entry. So for me, my first step technically is a podcast.
Yeah.
I made this an extra step right here. So I also have a Facebook group.
Yeah.
Because, dude, Facebook groups are huge, but I know it's probably over the age range you're looking for,
Mm-hmm.
But you could use it. I'll talk to you about that too.
Yeah.
So podcasts, and I get people in, so they get into my ecosystem that way. They'll sign up for my podcast. I'll encourage them to check out the Facebook group. I'll also encourage them to come onto our email list. And then the next step would be coaching.
Yeah.
Because once I'm interviewing all these people who are my Dream 100, these people that are doing what I want to do,
yeah,
but all
like the ideal
authors
client,
who
right?
write books and stuff, right?
Okay.
Well, this builds my authority because I'm interviewing these people, and I'll point my people to their books or whatever.
Yeah.
But my people are looking at me as an expert. It builds my authority each time I do it. And then the Facebook group is where I'm teaching people. I'm coaching, and giving inspiration.
Yeah.
The next step is once they know me, like me, and trust me, that's when I can coach them. I can give them coaching, whether not always my favorite. I might change the structure eventually, but not my favorite thing, because I don't always want to do one-on-one coaching. Yeah. But I do need to build up my skill set. Yeah. I have the experience. I got to learn how to communicate it the best way I can. So as I get training, I'll get better at it. I'm doing coaching. And then the next step for me would be selling books.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot I'm going to have to do to sell the books. Once they know me, like me, and trust me, and they're reading the books that I'm teaching them on, I'll also do a course. I'll do an audio book based off of that book as an upsell. And then I'll do a course that they could pay $497 or $997 for. And then the next step will be the live event, which is I can make a huge Funland experience for dads and their kids.
Yeah.
And they're learning and creating all these experiences for the Saturday or the weekend or whatever. Right. So each step brings them to a higher thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for you can do something like that. Take a picture of this so I don't forget. You could do that with what you're doing. You could do like,
yeah, I love like how simple that is.
He's right,
yeah.
Dude. I'm like, yo, that could be pictured in my brain.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's why I fell in love with it.
Is that from Russell?
You might have a point of entry. That's from Russell Brunson. Nice. I don't think he made that concept up.
Yeah.
But even with him, this is how he's smart. Check it out. He knows a lot. He's done a lot of marketing. Let me close my door. He knows a lot. He's done a lot of marketing, right? Yeah. But this is what he does. He's writing his book, and he's also saying, hey, I learned this. He tells a story, you know, where he says, hey, I learned this concept from Tony Robbins, and he taught me this, and this is what it did for me. So now I'm going to teach you this because he got his permission from them. But him doing that totally just leveled his authority up in a major way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
wow.
So, but for you, you could say, hey, I'm testing it out, whatever it's going to be, TikTok or Instagram, or, you know, I'd suggest, honestly, Instagram, because the reels are really hot right now anyway.
Okay.
You know, but
have they been blowing up a little bit?
The reels?
Yeah, because when they came out, like, I was like, they're not going to last because of TikTok, but has it been?
Let me tell you, Zuckerberg.
Oh, snap.
He's a beast.
Wow.
He's a beast. Because check it out. Even what he did with Snapchat, because you remember, now he wanted to buy Snapchat, right? But they were like, no. But he created Instagram stories.
Right.
And then that's what he did. See, isn't he gangster?
Right, yeah.
And he took all those followers from Snapchat.
Yep.
I mean, Snapchat's still hot. I'm not sure how many people they have, but he took so many of those people from Snapchat, and now he got them doing Instagram stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's doing the same thing to TikTok right now.
Yeah.
So I think that, Instagram Reels are beasts. They're doing amazing right now.
Okay.
You know, so either way, you'll win with TikTok. Yeah. I mean, I would do both. I'd say, hey, I'm gonna do it on Instagram Reels, then I'm also gonna do it on TikTok. Make sure because the cool thing with TikTok is you can build your following fast anyway.
Okay.
You know, from what I understand, I haven't worked on my TikTok. So it's Instagram Reels is hot.
Okay.
And check this out. Here's something to think about too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of entrepreneurs and just moms and parents and all types of people are doing reels now where they're doing some kind of dance or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like TikTok. And they're also doing that thing where they're pointing and they'll give a message as they point. That's movement too. You could do something like that too. You could do something like that that's tailored towards, you know, something that can inspire kids or whatever. And the moms and dads can see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, your point of entry, you know, you could say, hey, whatever it's going to, but you just got to figure out what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Or TikTok, you could say too. And so what would that point of entry be? Will it be like a video that you do every day? Or like, I mean, shoot, you can go at whatever pace you need to go. Like you could grind it out and do every day, or figure out what would be the best for the out. I think every day works out, you know, because I know some platforms, if you did it every day, it wouldn't really be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the way it is now, some of these platforms you grind out every day, and that just works to your advantage.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if anyone really knows, but you could test out and see the responses that you get in it, you know.
Yeah.
But what will that point of entry be? Not just the platform, but what specifically will it be? Will it be a dance to motivate you, a dance when you're, I don't know, tired, or dance when you just wake up, or, you know, you can research and figure out, you know, hey, what are some people who are in your industry doing that really gets people into it? You know who you could look at and see what they're doing? That guy, you ever hear Phil Wright?
Phil Wright, no.
This guy named Phil, Phil, Phil Wright, WRIGHT. He is a guy who, he was on that, he's a choreographer for that Nickelodeon show. What's the name of that show? I'm trying to remember.
Which show?
I'm trying to remember which show it is. Let me look at it real quick to see. Oh, cool. Phil Wright's the man. Let me just say that. Phil Wright's the man. He did, I think, or was it Disney? He's a TV personality, film actor. He had a show on YouTube called Fam Jam.
Okay.
Right? Fam Jam.
Yeah.
Something like that. But Disney picked it up.
Wow.
Disney picked it up. So it's called it's Disney Fam Jam now. And he's the executive producer now. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Sheesh. Executive producer under Disney.
Under Disney.
Sheesh.
And then he also that's what it was. He created a program called Parent Jam.
Okay.
But Disney picked it up, I guess, and called it Fam Jam, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, that's brilliant, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even for him, so that would be his point of entry. He's doing a show, people see it, he's getting millions of people just into his ecosystem.
Yeah.
And then he does his online classes.
Mm-hmm.
So dude, he's like winning. How many? He has on the Instagram, he has 324,000 followers.
Sheesh.
He can get with his authority, he can get more than that though.
Yeah.
If he gets the right, you know. But anyway, you know, so what you want to do, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of going back and forth, but you want to get to a point where you have your value ladder. I was kind of giving an example.
Yeah.
But you could research key people who are doing it right now,
mm-hmm.
or connected to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So let me finish this thought first, though. So you got the value ladder.
Yep.
Point of entry. Got to figure out what that thing's gonna be. Will it be? Oh, check this out. So it could be, you know, it could be a video of you doing a dance every day or whatever that's in a particular theme,
mm-hmm.
right? And they follow you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you follow, here's just throwing some ideas out to you. When they follow you, since starting out, you could say, "Hey, thanks for following me." You could leave a voice message on Instagram in the message section.
Yeah.
You could say, "Thanks for this is Dance Lou. Thanks for following me. Really excited that you became part of our community."
Yeah.
You know, what kind of content would you like?
Asking people what kind of content they like.
That's some just ask them directly. That's some great market research right there, because you're going directly to them and ask them, "Hey, what would you like to see from me? What would you like to hear?" You know, and they'll let you know. You know, and that's some free marketing research for you. You know, they coming directly from them. Right. You know, that's a ninja hack right there, man. You know, and that's way better than theory. You know.
Yeah.
And then once you get that information, as you're getting that information, it's just more admin for you, but it's worth it. Once you get the information, you could always readjust, you know? And then so whatever, just got to figure out what that would be. Let's say dance inspirational video, because one of the core things you're doing is inspiration, right?
Yeah.
Sorry if you can't read my chicken scratch.
No, I can read it.
I think I ruined my video, right? And then so once you're in the ecosystem, you're getting them advice from them to figure out what type of content would they like. Mm-hmm. And that's cool because it engages them, and that's like, wow, all right, this dude didn't have to reach out to me. It's very personal.
Yeah.
You know, once you do that, create the content. The next step could be just guessing. You know, it could be a free party or free class once a month, or a free class once a quarter, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, starting out, it wouldn't hurt to do, in that sense, it wouldn't hurt to do a free class once a month.
Okay.
You know, or target just like when I do a free class, like some people may not hear that from all my platforms. Like the New England Lock Shop, if I do a free party dance class, I'm not going to promote it in the New England Lock Shop. Back in the days, I would. You can do that. But sometimes when you think about that whole idea of exclusivity is it makes people feel special as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, it makes them feel valuable.
Makes them feel valuable. Like, wow, okay, you didn't. I'm part of the special group or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You know. So, and this is just a scenario. This is just some ideas. You know.
Yeah.
And let me know from like and even from our time today, I want to make sure that I'm helping you where if I'm speaking, you could be like, "Hey, Carl, actually, I want to give you my idea." You know what I mean? You could feel free to stop me.
No, I appreciate it. No, this is helpful because I knew the end goal, but in terms of the strategy, that's not my strength yet. And so having an initial like, this is how strategy works. 101, and then here's how. It could look like for you, and then like, so this is definitely helpful, and I will let you know when I'm
okay, cool. Okay, cool. So you got your inspirational video, point of entry. You know, and then the next step could be like a free class once a month.
Okay.
It's gotta research and figure out what things are making people feel special.
Yeah. And by point of entry, you mean like that place where a new customer is like introduced to you, or?
Right. They're introduced to your ecosystem. They're you know, okay. You're creating a culture. You're creating a whole follow. You're creating a movement.
Yeah.
So this is how they're introduced to your movement. They might be introduced other ways, but what really counts is them coming into your ecosystem. What them coming onto your list, some sort of list. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. That you could always go to and follow up with them and build that relationship with them, get them to know you, like you, and trust you more and more.
Yeah.
As fast as possible, too. Yeah. And some people it takes time. That's totally okay. But you know, everything's speed, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
You know? Speed. So free class once per month. All right, cool. Hey, great class. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, you want to dance with us? I do a class every Saturday, or I do a class every Thursday, or whatever. Yeah. Or I got this program it's a monthly membership.
Yeah.
So you have an option where you can do the one, like I'm doing the individual classes, and I also do once a month class. Yeah. I lost a lot of my students, to be honest, because I purposely decided that I'm not going to do the individual classes because I felt like I needed, like where I'm at right now and I'm navigating to, like, and I might go back and test it back and forth. I could get more students if I do the individual classes, to be honest.
Like one-on-one?
But I have like the one-on-one, I'm sorry, individual as opposed to, but like the main thing I have right now for even the Dance Where You Are is it's like a $69 monthly program I have.
Yeah.
So they get a certain amount of amount of classes per month, right?
Yeah.
For the program.
Okay.
The benefits of that is that I don't have to go back and do admin, like that just takes away and drains me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if I do individual classes and say, hey, you know, it's $15 for this class, you could take this class. It's just more administration that I don't have the energy for right now.
Gotcha.
And then if I'm not going to grow as fast as I need to grow in this area, in this direction that I'm going, it's just it's more busy work for me. I'm not being productive.
Yeah.
So the sad thing is I'm kind of losing out.
What Jenny was doing?
Well, Jenny's doing that, but Jenny's not with us anymore.
Right.
Because with the pandemic and everything.
Oh.
Yeah, I scaled down. I had to scale down majorly.
Yeah.
But even with that, you know, as I go back and look at my numbers, I'm like, man, I did a lot of admin, and dance is a thing where it's, you know what I mean by when I say it's a commodity?
I know like oil and gold are commodities, but I don't get the connection to
like
dance.
Like, so it's a commodity where it's not valuable to people. It's just it's not something that people value. It's like, oh, I'm taking a dance class. Ooh, I value it, but I don't value it like, wow, this is hard to get. It's a commodity where it's easy. It's so accessible. It's like, I can go to any corner of the internet and find a dance class quickly. Yeah. So I don't feel that urgency, and I don't feel like I gotta be part of this. Gotcha. Unless you have like you're a coach where people are so drawn to you, and you're giving a message every day. If you're like what's that guy's name who does a hip hop abs? Sean, whatever. You know what I'm talking about though?
Hip hop abs.
He does hip hop. He also does size.
That sounds familiar. C-I-Z-E. I don't know the name.
It's like one of these people, like an ET.
Yeah.
Like Eric Thomas, like what he does, like even the motivational speaking he does. Yeah. And he's a hip hop preacher. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people like out there that's doing kind of like what he does.
Yeah.
But he's not a commodity. What he has, and he's leveraged his gift to make him in demand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's another guy too who's in the military. He was I forgot his name. He wrote a book called Can't Stop Me Now.
Yeah.
But
is that the extreme ownership guy?
Is it not Extreme Ownership? I'm trying to find I forgot his name.
Okay, that's fine.
Let me try to find it quick. Yeah, he's so valuable that he's not a commodity. Like you can't. There are probably there are thousands of people probably doing what ET's doing, but they want him.
Yeah,
they want him. So he's not a commodity. But if you don't brand yourself in a certain way, if dance isn't branded in a certain way, because we undercut ourselves so much, so it's just easy to find. It's easy to get to, basically.
Yeah.
So that makes something being a commodity is not a great thing, because what happens is, since you're a commodity, you're gonna always want to charge a low price to be competitive.
Yeah.
So it's always a race to the bottom, and then the value of the whole idea of dance is just like, that's nothing.
Just diminishes. Gotcha. Yeah.
It diminishes the value.
Yeah.
So, but you could do the free class and make it in a way that's valuable, that people will want to come to it. And that's a good way to bring people into your ecosystem. Once you bring them to your ecosystem, you can bring them to an email list or a text list. You you just want to make sure that, you're able to, you don't have too many, like the mistake I made, just like, for instance, I did Mind Body and it was automated and it was really great. It was great. We have a lot of students, but once that pandemic came, it was awful.
Yeah.
I had to get rid of that software because people are able to sign up online, but it was expensive, so you don't want to you want to make sure you're wise with your expenses, but get an email list like MailChimp.
Okay.
They have a free tier where you can just, you could put out emails, but you could put out emails to the parents. You know what I mean? Or you'll just have to also test out what would be, I would advise that because they're the clients anyway.
Right.
But just make sure you're reaching the kids, but you're also reaching the parents. You know what I mean? So with that, you just got to figure out your messaging with that. Free class once per month. Bring them onto the list. Individual class or monthly membership. It's just that, so when whatever you offer though, your offer business has to be so great that it's like a no-brainer for them, and you're like delivering like stuff that their kids are raving over. Like that guy Phil Wright, I mean, like he got a Disney show,
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So he's great. The kids are coming in. But you could do stuff like a kids dance challenge. Look at the kids who are doing different challenges and find a way to connect with the parents and them.
Yeah.
And create a challenge where the kids are doing it and they have to video themselves and tag you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, I like that.
It's bringing visibility, bringing more traffic to what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So can you see all that?
I see the individual or monthly membership.
Okay. Monthly membership. Yep.
Yeah. So that's like what you have with Dance Where You Are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more focused on the monthly membership. I might do some more individual, but it's just more admin for me. And it's not the direction I'm going right now,
Yeah.
But you could do the individuals. Like you just gotta kind of weigh the options with that, because some people are really undercutting themselves in a major way. But at the same time, it might work really well for you. You know what I mean? The individuals. Classes, that is individual students or individual entry, for lack of better words.
And you mean like
the monthly membership?
But with individual, you mean like one-on-one private classes, or like individual, but like you like what you did today with you individually going and as an individual come to class?
Right, individual come to class. Like when I purchase a class, I can just purchase that one class as opposed to purchasing monthly, where I'm doing multiple classes. Yeah,
got you.
So
okay,
I lost students from that, which is fine. So you may want to try both and see what works out.
Okay.
Now, here's a hack right here. Check this out. This ninja trick is when you're figuring this out, just go back and ask those students that you were connected with that are engaged with what you're doing. And, hey, what would you like? What would you want? What would you like to see? And then give them what they want and sneak in there what they need.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think so far?
I dig it. I think so. I guess one of my initial thoughts was like doing at the bottom tier, doing Instagram and TikTok, but then also doing like private classes. So like to start building up that to start building up the trust with individuals, and then but also two, the perk of private classes is I get to get really personal with the problems of my target audience so that I can understand them more deeply.
Gotcha.
So that would be my thought.
Individual, like one-on-ones, like one kid or family. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Yeah. That makes sense. Now you got to also figure out the pricing on that too. Like,
yes,
would that be worth your time?
I need to figure out. Yes.
Yeah. I would suggest, the cool thing is I've seen people's reactions to what you're doing, and the kids seem like they love it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say not to rush what you're doing, but make the process, like accelerate that process, man. So if you got it, accelerate the process. Do group and private classes.
Okay.
Why can't you do both?
Right.
Why can't you do both? Just measure. You guys got to be self-aware of your energy, how much energy you get giving off, and just make sure you're not burning yourself out. But I mean, you can't. There's no rule. You could do both. You could do all individual, monthly. You do private, group, families, family party.
Okay.
And just do that and just keep records and take a lot of notes.
Yeah.
Get your data. Use these families and get your data and ask them questions and do questionnaires. Do like a Google Doc questionnaire.
Yeah.
There's so much you could do with that. When I was doing the Dance Where You Are, my adults and my parents, I haven't really marketed the kids classes a lot. Mm-hmm. But the reason I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna have that on the back end of my ecosystem, because I'm connecting with the dads. So if they need to do an event for kids, we can just do a quick party jam or something like that. You know what I mean?
Like through Dance Where You Are?
It could be through Dance Where You Are, but I'd probably do something where it might be me, or just say, hey, one of the guys I works with, Dance Lou, you should have, and I'd hire you to help out with stuff like that. Because I know I wouldn't be able to do everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got you.
But yeah, so as I'm working, but what I have to do, since dads are harder to work with in the sense they're not engaged as much as the moms, the truth be told. But finding and targeting the guys that want to be engaged, and that's how I can help draw them out. And then do something like that family party. Hey, you be the man to your wife and you be the man to your kids, and let's do a family party.
Yeah.
And invite them out and have special guests on and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how we could collaborate and stuff like that.
That'd be dope.
But if you do stuff, that'd be dope. Oh, absolutely. We try to set that up.
Yeah.
So now with my new ecosystem, I gotta warm them up to that stuff. Once I do that, I'll call you in.
Okay.
And for example, that's one example of like how I'm doing it. What I'll also do is have like an example where I'll have a dad now with me doing the podcast. I might interview like Wesley on there and say, hey, Wesley, interview him and his relationship with his kids. Yeah. But the focal point for him would be health. Why is it important to stay healthy as a dad? And then I can hire him to come in and teach my group of dads to learn how to exercise and take care of themselves and do specific movement, and hire him for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I have to just make sure the dads will be interested in that. But again, I have my dads where I can get their data. I can get their input. and ask them directly. And that's accurate marketing research right there, as opposed to just theory. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's an example of me doing that. Okay. But that's what you could do with your group. You know, reach out to them individually, or say, hey, I was wondering if you could fill out, once you have them onto your list, send an email out saying, hey, I'd love for you to fill out this questionnaire. You'll have to remind them, I'm pretty sure, as parents are busy, but they could fill it out and let you know what they want exactly. You know what I mean? So we got that. So does that answer your question though? Is that helpful? Like what I was saying, as far as some things you can do, you know,
in terms of like collaborations, in terms of getting direct marketing data from the clients,
right,
doing both private and group. I'm definitely gonna do that, because it's like, why not? So
I mean, you ain't spending like $100 or hundreds of dollars to get that information. You're getting that information free.
Right. You know? Exactly.
And so you're getting the information from them, but you're also building that relationship with them, because they, you know, when people want to care, people care about, you know, people don't care about how much you know, they know how much you care. So you're communicating to them how much you care.
Yeah.
You know, and you're saying, hey, how can I meet your needs?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yes. And that's something I definitely want people to feel from whenever I build, and from me just as a person. That's something I'm even personally trying to make sure I grow in and get better at, so that people feel that, because that's just crucial as humans. So no, I dig it.
All right. And, you know, I mean, and honestly, you don't have to make it all the way to the top yet. You could figure that out later on. I mean, you could say later on, hey, you know, going to the schools and you could do speeches in schools, and then finish off with a dance-a-thon or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could talk to the kids and give them some inspiration, and then end off that time of inspiration with a dance-a-thon. Yeah. And you inspire the kids and you dance with them.
Right.
You just did you gave them two pieces of service right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So so these are just ideas. You don't have to do it word for word, but it's just kind of giving you're just kind of making somewhat of a template, you know?
Mm-hmm. And then I know this is subjective, but let's say for your like value ladder, is for each interval, are you like projecting months interval, or years, or weeks, or how do you do it?
How do I do it as far as time frame?
Yeah.
Every time frame is different, because it depends on how fast things need to go. Like for me, I'm playing a role. I look at it as, you know, I'm not playing the role of the expert. I'm playing the role of the reporter with this. With dance, I play the role as an expert. With this, I play the role as a reporter. So just like a newscaster or someone on the 6 o'clock news giving a report on something, you're looking to them to give you that information, but it's not their information. They're interviewing people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when I do my podcast, I'm playing the role of the reporter where I'm interviewing, but people are getting that information from me. So that gives me authority to keep pushing them up the ladder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then I'm able to sell my products, I'm able to inspire them, sell my products, or give them some piece of value as they move through the ecosystem.
Got you.
You know?
Okay.
So for you, you know, as you're trying to get the experience more, you could either play the role of the reporter or play the role of the expert, you know?
Yeah.
Either way is not bad. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You could also do it where if you're playing the role of a reporter, you could share with people. Some of your content could be based on what you're learning, you taking a dance class or having a meeting or all that stuff. You know, you could even do through Instagram with the stories where it's like you're doing more of the reality show type of content. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where it's like people see your process, your planning, your like even us meeting and talking about this stuff now. That could be part of your video content, and you have to test out to see if people like it or not. Yeah. You know, but all marketers are testing their stuff out anyway. Oh yeah, if you like to, but
absolutely,
the at the end of the day, they're looking at what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I would suggest you even lead. Well, you could do that too, but also you could lead it where, hey, just did this this mastermind where I'm talking about building my brand.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I think you guys are gonna really love it. Really doing something for the kids, and tell you why you're doing it. I'm doing it for the kids because they need inspiration, man. It's like with everything with the pandemic, they need to be emotionally and mentally inspired. So this is why I'm doing this, or whatever your why is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you expressing that is powerful, and then you could test it out and see how people are responding to it. If they're really engaging with it, great. If they're not, you could get rid of that content and keep figuring out the content that's going to work for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's cool because you're able to work. You're able to you're cranking certain engines as you're moving forward, and it's like you're killing two birds with a stone as you're doing these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These things are pretty much accomplishing multiple goals on your ladder. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When you're doing those things,
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, because you're getting data and feedback, but then you're also creating content.
Right. You can follow up with the content, give them what they want right away.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it could be speaking in schools, and then you could have one more, like whatever you want to do. It could be an online course or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely want to do the online course.
It could be an online course. Okay. Here. Now the question with online courses: would kids be engaged with that? Or your ultimate thing could be the online membership, because that's an online course too. Like even when I do the online stuff on Zoom, it's like it's so common now.
Yeah.
But before we had this issue with the pandemic, there were people going on Zoom all the time.
Yeah.
And it was more valuable then because it's like, oh wow, I'm learning.
Like they were watching your classes on Zoom.
Not my. Was I doing that on Zoom? Not my class, but just in general, online learning was done through Zoom too.
Yeah.
So technically, that's like an online class too. It's not pre-recorded; it's live.
Yeah.
But it's still an online course. You know what I mean? That's my point. Whatever it is, dance,
yeah,
real estate, whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe your ultimate thing could be online course or online membership. I'll say online course membership. I think my marker's on its way out. I said that before under here, right? So, or let me go back. Sorry. Or maybe the ultimate thing could be speaking in schools, or you might figure out one that might work out better. So when I put these things here, like each rung of each step, you're able to charge more with it. You're able to make, because you got to sustain your business.
Right.
You're able to make decent income that's going to build your business. So whether you do individual or monthly, maybe keep that in the same step, charge a certain amount, get to that point where you're speaking in schools, you charge more for that.
Got you.
But that's a simple way to build what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is dope. Okay.
Yeah, and then some platform to bring people in, like some kind of website, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it could be simple, You have a site?
I have a Wix site, but I need to get by the actual membership so I can have the actual domain.
Gotcha. So even if you do Wix, you could just say it could be a way to capture people's emails, and then on the back end, like you could have you could put a login section there if you want, where you could put content on there for people.
Little portal.
Little portal.
Yeah.
Or just like what I do right now, I have a portal, but I'm not consistent with putting the videos on there when I follow up with people because because I might go in a different direction. But I send out the emails and say, hey, this is coming up, that's coming up for those specific members. And then people not under that membership, I'll send something out when I'm doing something special, you know? And you'll have different people that want different things from you. You know what I mean? You can have different options, segment that email list, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, keep the expenses at a minimum and then try to raise the cash flow, you know?
Right. It's building business.
And then, but yes, sir. The cool thing about Instagram too, why I mentioned that too, besides the reel, you know, as far as the story section, if you do the story section, then you have the highlight section, like what I learned from that guy Russell Brunson too, which he learned from someone else, but he put it in his book. This thing called the JK5. I don't even know what it stands for, but pretty much you post 5 things that you constantly post 5 things you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And those little circles under, and then put a little, like you can see it on mine, my Carl Allen one. I'm constantly, check out the Carl Allen on Instagram. And those circles under the stories, the highlight section. That's really cool because people could get a chance to look at the things you're passionate about, and you could constantly put content in there that keep people engaged as well, you know? Gotcha. So one of the things I have is productivity, and I also have the arts in there too, but I used to have dance, but I don't have dancing anymore. I made it more general. I made the art, I put it as the arts, but in that section, newer people who are coming in and people who know me can reflect or reminisce on the things that I used to do or get an idea of the classes that I teach. And that could direct people to the Dance Where You Are, you know?
Got you. So do you link like Dance Where You Are in there?
Yeah, I'll tag like in the story, in that section area, I'll tag Dance Where You Are so they can know where to go.
Got you.
But the next thing in the story, it's like telling a story with it. I'll say, hey, check out in there. There's the next part of the story is check out the dancewhereyouare.net. Because I want that, because I want them to I want to get their email address.
Yeah.
So they come into my ecosystem.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay.
Because, you know, Instagram could shut me down tomorrow, you know? But most likely I'll always have my email list. Huh?
But if you have their email, you're safe. You're safe.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. And so with the email portion, you could just go to MailChimp and get a free account. They have I think there's a free tier, but you can't preset the emails. You got to do it manually. But if you want to pay for it, there's a payment tier where you could get that option to preset the emails.
Yeah. To
automate them. And the cool thing about the automation is once they the experience is once they go onto your website, they sign up, you'll get an email response automated. You'll get an email automated to them.
Yeah.
With communicating whatever you want to communicate to them. You know?
Okay.
But I focus on this, you know, your value ladder. Right. Like, what are the steps you want to take? You know, point of entry, Instagram, TikTok, which one's the main one? And then you can repurpose content to the other platform. If you want to put it on other platforms, you can repurpose to those. You know, 1 free class per month, really promoting that class. Yeah. You know, finding ways to promote it. You know, you might find down the road that's working well for you or it might not work for you. But finding ways to separate yourself from the competition too, because a lot of artists don't really value what they're doing, you know? Okay. And they're, you know, subconsciously the customers, they end up taking it for granted, you know? Got you. Well, you got the individual.
I've wondered for you, like why I guess because I know you know a lot of artists and you know a lot of artists that I'm sure undervalue themselves. Why not have them work for Boston Mobile and then build them up and kind of send them out?
No, that makes sense. I would, you know, but you know, I think being in the industry for so long, you know, I got, honestly, Arlua, I'll keep it real with you. I got burnt out. My burnout jacked me up, you know, just this. I'm great. I was great, you know, so sad about the pandemic, but you know, God really helped me out. It's like, you know what? I realized, wow, I am super burnt out. It's crazy how burnt out I am.
Yeah.
You know, like all aspects of art. That's anywhere with art.
Yeah.
Performing, like I had some people give me a review, like just a random one. Yeah. And one of my friends said, you know, it seemed like he performed with me, and it seemed like at a certain point you checked out. I'm like, I knew I checked out. I was, you know, just trying to make a living, but I wasn't happy because I was so burnt out. So over the years, and I see this with other artists too, it affects them mentally, like where certain artists are just crazy or just having mental challenge. It's challenging mentally because different things in the industry affected them. So, you know, one of the things that affected me is sometimes working with artists who I had artists who were super controlling, and not controlling over me, but controlling on what they want to do, which I get, it's their career, but they didn't give me that time. They were controlling towards me, and it didn't give me the time I needed to do the work for them. It took away from my work for them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I had to pinpoint, identify that, like, wow, those are the things that burnt me out, and I'm ready to go in a different direction. It's definitely time, you know.
Got you.
So that's why I decided to just, and then I realized, okay, I like to think, you know, okay, well, if I do this, how much work would that take? You know, with the family I had, with the 5 kids and T, and making sure I'm present. And I'm like, not worth it, you know? Yeah. I love it, you know, but I just took this as a sign for me to go in a different direction. Plus, on my ultimate goal, you know, if I really want to make a difference and even impact the arts, you know, as opposed to, and for me, what impacting the arts for me meant is that you know, artists have freedom, and I don't believe in nonprofit organizations in a sense where that's not that I don't believe in them. A lot of the structures are old, and they're not willing to change them and revamp them. And, you know, with businesses going, you know, speed is important, and they got to be able to change those systems quickly. And they got, you know, like I mentioned before, systems from 2001 and stuff like that ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, we looked into doing a nonprofit and saw that it took 2 months to set up, and we're like, don't have that time.
Really? Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's good. You got to be able to see that and say, you know what, this is what it's going to take. Not the best route.
Yeah.
So that's what, you know, like even Aaron, he's the artistic director for the Beantown Lockers, one of them. Nice. And then I'm the other one. But he's the one who's really driving stuff now.
Yeah.
Like he works for a nonprofit, so he got a grant for us to do stuff.
Nice.
But I told him, like, you could do that, but I don't want to be part of that part of it because it burns me out, and I'm not willing to do it.
Yeah.
So he clearly understood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he still wanted to do it. Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool, you know, and I'm grateful for that, but he knows where I stood with it, but he was still willing to go there. So that's, for me, that was the reason why I didn't do it, you know.
Gotcha.
It made me sad because I really wanted to, but it's just like the work is not worth it, you know.
Got you.
Yeah, man.
Got you. Well, I appreciate you taking me under your wing and showing me the ropes as a artist who is also not taking his art seriously and valued it enough. So I appreciate you seriously, like, taking the time to just show me things and whatnot. So yeah.
Oh, dude, totally, man. You know, and you got it. You know what I mean? It's just continually revamping your voice, just continually working your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you honestly, with what you have now, you can whip something up solid that you love, you want to feel good about, and put it out there. You create something and put it out there. You're at that place now where you can do it, you know.
Yeah.
And you'll have to learn stuff as you go. And if you need any help with structuring things and stuff like that, I can always help out with that.
Cool.
You know, as long as you're able to gauge those students, you know, you're good to go, you know.
It sounds good.
So,
but then I also want to know, definitely want to know, how can I add value to you in your business? Like, consistently, because this is extremely helpful. Like, you're saving me probably years and months of like stress and struggle because of your graciousness. But this is business, and so I'm like, how can I add value to you?
Yeah. No, sure, I appreciate it. Like, any ideas would be helpful. Like for me, like I need help with like, hey, how do you do bumpers and make like really fire bumpers and stuff like that. And like resources like that, I don't have the time to look for it. So I'll whip something up from Canva.
Yeah, what do you mean by bumpers?
Camtasia. Bumpers at the beginning of videos. Like, you know how you do a video intro and then you'll see clouds of smoke come up and then the name of something will come up.
Yeah.
You know, like I could create stuff like that manually, but are there any softwares that you can do to create it, or how to you know what I mean, and how to like you know what I mean? Yeah. So if any resources you can help me out with, because like I want to, I just don't have the time to look it up.
Yeah.
And also any software you can use for green screen. Like I have a green screen and I'm using this thing called BigVoo, but it's weak, you know? Yeah. So because I'm gonna do a lot of stuff on green screen too. But if you know of any softwares I can use that's cost effective.
Yeah.
Like I have Final Cut Pro, but I don't use it. I use Camtasia because Camtasia is quick.
Yeah.
Quick and easy, you know? And so I gotta work with speed. And some of these millionaires, they don't care about the extraordinary stuff. As an artist, I care about it, but so I'm learning how to let go of that and just put simple stuff in.
Yeah.
And simple processes. But so if you got any input on that stuff like that, would be super helpful for me.
Oh, definitely. I could do a lot of video stuff. So I know a lot of resources, but
cool.
If I want to give you something that's like tailored exactly to whatever your needs are, because I love being like cost effective with my video stuff. But then I've also found a lot of different strategies to make like some really cool stuff. So with the bumpers, are you, so what it sounds like you're talking about like those intro clips in front of videos, right?
Yeah. Intro clips, like, but also like some kind of something with cool transitions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my logo comes up, and if it comes out of a cloud or something like that, like making my logo dance or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff like that I love to expand upon, you know?
Okay.
Like as we go forward. And it's just, and I want to test it out with my audience and see if they like it, if it stands out to them or not. You know? Because I've noticed even on social media, some of my stuff don't, you know, the more extravagant stuff, people aren't engaged with, but the more simple stuff, people are engaged with. Yeah. But I want to keep testing it out and see like, hey, these are the things that work, you know?
Yeah.
So,
like what would be, and because a couple of resources come to mind, but I want to give you like one that would actually be the most useful. So what would be like an example of something, like a specific example of something you would want to create?
Like, what's an example? Like, you know, I like how, I guess with ET, when it shows, you know, but his stuff, I think his stuff is for the most part simple. Like you'll see his logo, he'll talk, and then boom, you see his logo. Fire. But the fire stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking for. I'm not even looking for a particular one, but I'm just starting to look what tools I can use to kind of see and play around with what I like and what I don't like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Then so that's perfect. ET uses a website called Envato.
Envato?
I can send it in the group chat.
Yeah, send it to me. That'd be great.
I actually took his Carl is like his videographer, and I took some of his course. And so ET's for
cool.
He uses Envato. And the cool thing about Envato is like it's a subscription-based service where you can download different templates. So
Oh, cool.
Was able to kind of download a template and then just input his logo in there, and then that's where all the fire happened, and then he just added a little sound effect on there, and then boom, he has the
nice
the whole thing. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, stuff like that I love. Like I want to,
yeah,
eventually, like I'm putting stuff out there, but I'm also gonna upgrade with like my logo and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I like the logo I have now, but I want to add more umph to it. I did it myself, so I want to I'm eventually get someone else to do it.
Yeah,
get a graphic designer to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also see if the graphic designers we use can do it, but I'm looking for a specific one. So is it envato.com?
Yep, envato.com.
Okay. Oh, this sent me to their blog. Okay, cool. Got it. And is it a particular product or just their main one? I'll check out the play around with the site.
Yeah, I'd recommend Place It by Envato.
Place It?
Place It. Yeah, I don't know if it shows up on their site, okay. But it's a part of the
write it down.
Envato like in group, the community, or whatever it's called. They have a lot of free stuff too, and they're only $14
I like $14
a month if you want us to go upgrade.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
nice. I like free, but I like that's doable for sure.
Yeah.
Go to Envato. Oh, our products. Okay, I see it. Let's see. Place It. See Envato Element Studio. Oh, I see it. Place It. Okay. Cool. Nice. Okay, cool. That sounds good. Yeah, and also any softwares to like I want to do videos. When I do green screen, I want to have videos playing in back of me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know gamers be doing that stuff. I hadn't had time to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if you tell me like specifically what you're looking for, I would love to put together the resources.
Yeah.
Like
anything, like it's kind of general for me. It's like general for me, like anything, like the example of like if I'm talking and you seeing videos going in back of me, like I'm talking and you see a train going back of me or whatever, and it's pretty much my green screen.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for something simple as that.
Yeah.
Like I had my Big Blue one, I use it, but I'm like, it doesn't do the job. Like I can't seem to download videos onto it for the green screen. Only still pictures. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
So even starting off,
the blue screen was the issue, or the software was the issue?
Software was the issue.
Okay.
I mean, the green screen is good. It's just the software is limited.
Yeah. And
so
because you can do like green screen stuff on Final Cut.
Well, I try to. I have Final Cut, but I try to stay away from it because it just takes too long for me to get to wrap stuff up.
Okay.
So I use Canva actually.
Yeah.
So anything I can use with Canva, and then anything I can use for the green screen software, and then move it to Canva, so I can finish editing everything.
Yeah.
So I can get it done quickly.
Yeah.
Would be ideal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I guess if I needed to, I could do Final Cut. I prefer not. It just took me longer to get stuff done.
Yeah.
More moving parts in there.
Yeah.
Does Place It have like green screen options or?
So for green screen, I don't believe Place It have green screen because they're just templates mainly. So like you can input
gotcha.
your catchphrases or your logos, and then it'll put it on a dope template. When I do green screen, I usually just use Premiere Pro, and then I've set up a bunch of like little like presets that I can just drag and drop real quick, so that it works with the lighting that's in my room.
Okay.
And so if you wanted, I could show you how to do that. I could learn it on Final Cut and then show you how to do that. Because I only know how to do it on like the advanced softwares in terms of green screens. But in terms of like logos and intros and stuff, plenty of like easy drag and drop resources for that. And I definitely would say Place It is one of the good one to start with.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with that. Now that's super helpful. That, I mean, so that for me, that means the world, and means the world to me, and it's helpful. Because that's where I'm at right now, just getting that done and being able to whip out content quickly is my goal, you know.
Yeah.
And creating a system that, you know, I could pass on and delegate it to, you know.
Right.
So
okay.
And then when I need the higher scale stuff, then I'll be like, yo, Alua,
hit me up.
Yeah. You know, hit me up. You know, so that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Got you.
But my man, I gotta run. But dude, this is good, man.
Yeah, you don't know what this means to me, so I really appreciate you. Big time.
Oh, dude, absolutely, brother. And you know, thanks for helping me out too. That helps me out because it sends me in the right direction.
Yeah.
Because I you know, time and I've been like, I don't want to be frustrated. Right. So. But let me know how that goes. Let me know what you decide too, you know, and let me know if you have any questions along the way, even with the whole value ladder thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, test out which one works better, which one you prefer.
Yeah.
You know, and what can you repurpose like your content to what platforms, you know?
Yeah.
And let me know what you think about that Dream 100 thing. This is really researching that top 100 type of the Phil Wrights and the it could be brands too.
Yeah.
That maybe you could collaborate with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if there are any programs that do kid stuff, maybe you could partner up with them and say, hey, I could do a warm-up for you as you do this program or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? And as you build your authority, they'll see the stuff that you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That sounds good to me.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. All right, brother.
And
we'll talk. And
yep. One more thing, because I think would be useful.
Sure.
2 more resources. One I thought of for the fathers that you work with. Eric Thomas has like I don't know if you've heard of his DISC assessment with the pilot and all that stuff.
Oh no.
Okay, it's like a personality test, but it's a little bit deeper because it shows your motivations, and so it asks you a bunch of questions, and then at the end it kind of gives you an assessment of essentially who you are as a person, and what your natural tendencies are, your natural motivations. Do you like gravitate more being motivated by people, by results, by data, by supporting others? And I think this has been valuable for us brothers here because it's helped us like communicate with each other and organize and stuff. And then Eric said that it's helpful for the people that he coaches and mentors because you can instantly assess like, okay, you guys are getting into arguments because you value relationships, you value data. And so you're trying to tell this person about data, but this person's trying to tell you about their feelings, and you don't get why you like keep conflicting, but here's your values. And then they can be like, okay, here's how you talk to this person, here's how you talk to this person. And so hopefully that can help the fathers in terms of communication with their kids, with their wives, anything. So
that helped me out. Shoot. It helps me out just to remember to be aware of that, you know. Absolutely. Because you know, I'm at a place now, even as I play the role of the reporter, I'm just going to be taking a lot of content. I love taking in information. So I'm going to be doing that, taking in the information. You know, I look at what he's doing. So it's on his website?
Yeah, it should be on his website. Don't quote me on that.
Now look up DISC assessment.
The flight, I think he calls it the flight program now.
Oh, flight program, okay. Cool. Dig it. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. You know, I just want to, I'm a sponge. I'll learn what I can learn. I'm also going to be coaching myself actually. So
nice.
Yeah, especially since it's a new industry for me. So
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Word. Sounds good. And then the only other resource was this website called InVideo.
InVideo, I-N?
Yep. InVideo. That's what's the newest like software for literally people that are trying to create content quickly, but that's quality. It's a video edit. It's an online video editor. I've been trying to use it. It has a lot of great templates on there. It is like, I believe $20 a month or $10 a year, whatever that adds up to. I have a coupon for half off, so I can give you that if you're interested. Nice. But
nice.
I don't know. I wouldn't vouch for that one as much as Place It because I'm still learning InVideo, but I've seen a lot of reviews about InVideo in terms of how quick it is. You can edit stuff. It gives you amazing templates. You can use whatever like B-roll you want. You can import your logo. They have intros, they have outros, and
nice.
So yeah.
No, I dig it. No, I appreciate that. No, these resources are super helpful for me because I can take a look at them and I'll definitely focus on the Place It. You know, because that's what I need right away. Yeah. I might even update my logo this week or next week. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to have the tools that I can, if I want to work it, because I'm going to be heavily promoting the podcast.
Yeah.
But I also have it. I'll have it on the I gotta put it up to Spotify and in Apple and all that stuff. Yeah. But also, I'm also going to put it on YouTube so people can see the video podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll probably do like, I'll film it on Zoom and then I'll stream it live at certain times because I'm like, well, I gotta get to know these folks first. If the interview goes south, I want to, you know what I mean?
Right.
I want to record it early.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do. At least starting out, you know, at least the first few. Nice. So yeah, this is super helpful.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, no doubt. Appreciate it.
Good. Sounds good. And keep me updated. I would love to send you resources I find and help however I can. So we can build each other up and add value.
For sure. And so yeah, going from here too, you know, let me know how often you want to meet or talk and just build, you know, with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Since you're going. And I hope you don't mind me just keep, you know, as I keep asking, because I do this for myself, because it's not that I'm not taking it seriously.
Yeah.
But I just need to be sure. Like I'm not sure if that's how it is for you. Like I do take what I'm doing seriously with the podcast, and I even told my wife that. But I deliberately decided to step slow because I needed to be sure, and I need to let my mind process all the different angles I'm thinking about. Like I want to make sure that I come across as a legit coach. Yeah. You know, I know the stuff, but I want to make sure I'm following the rules too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, that I value that. You know, so yeah, so that's my point. Just, you know, so since you're moving forward, right? Like just based off of that, just let me know how often you want to talk and how I can be of assistance, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know too. Yeah, definitely the video stuff. And I just want to be cutting edge, and I want to leapfrog, you know, ahead of some that's already out there, but also connect and collaborate too.
Yeah.
You know,
that sounds good.
I just want to be the best at what I do, but be the best I can be. So
yeah. I'm with it.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be down to do if your time is available, like I'd make time for once a week if that'd be possible.
Once a week? Let's go for it.
Okay.
Then we could push each other, you know. Let's go for it. So we have to figure out a day that could work. Maybe a Sunday evening. Is that crazy or?
That would work for me.
Okay, cool. Like a Sunday around 8. Let's, 8. And that way I could put the kids to bed afterwards. Well, they, well, yeah, school's coming up, so that works like 8, would be a good time.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Let's plan for 8:00 next Sunday.
Let's do it. Let's
make it happen. All right.
Let's go. I'm excited.
All right, brother. Yes, sir. Talk to you soon.
Sounds good, bro. Peace. Brother.
All right. Peace.